Hello, my name is Teacher Donika. How are you? Welcome to my VIP Kid class. This is a very small background which will be changed, but I had this during the winter. As you can see in the back, I work for VIP Kid, which is an online teaching company where you get to sit for 25 minutes in front of your computer via a live webcam and teach Chinese kids abroad. And you can do this all from the comfort of your home. This is their signature uniform, which is just a shirt that I got from Michael's basically. I am making this video because I wanted to help stay-at-home moms. For 5 years, I have been home with my daughter, which she's 6 now. She started kindergarten last year and now she's in 1st grade. And after she went to school, I was like, what do I do now? I do professional photography, but it's not something I can rely on monthly basis. And I've been looking for something that I can do from home and also bring on an income that, you know, help me with my bills. It can help my family. Anything that, I mean, who doesn't like an extra income? So I have found VIP Kid about 3 years ago, but I didn't really give it too much thought because I thought it was a scam. And so ever since, been just searching and searching. But once I applied and sent in my diploma, they accepted me right away. And I was like, okay, so this looks legit. But I have also seen and read lots of online reviews and everything seems legit. They have a headquarters here on US soil, but also in Beijing, I believe, China. Now I'm going to talk about how you can work for VIP Kid and make money from home. I work for VIP Kid and get paid every Friday. Yes, that is such a thing that you can do. After you get hired, you start working, you can pick how often you get paid. I chose every Friday because that's how my need was. So you can choose bi-weekly, weekly, or monthly, however you want to. There's my app. There's my students. There's my students for today. And there's the payment that I got for this week. You can make up to $22 an hour. It all depends how certified, it depends on your degree, how experienced you are, and also your promo video which you are going to put out there for the Chinese parents to book you. Because this is you are with VIP Kid, you work with them, but you are like an independent contractor. So this is kind of like your side business, or if you want to do it full-time, you can work full-time. The best thing about this is that you can make your own schedule. Yes, you open your own schedule, work, open slots, open classes when you can teach, when you can work, and close them when you can't. So it depends on your lifestyle and your schedule. For me, it works early mornings and late nights, because I do have another job that I teach at a local library, and I work there from 9 to 2 or 12 sometimes every day. So with VIP Kid, I have to work very early. Sometimes I wake up at 4, sometimes 4:30. I have sometimes 3 classes in a row, 4 classes in a row, 5 classes in a row. It depends how I get booked. We're going to talk about how you can apply for VIP Kid and what are the requirements. In order to work with VIP Kid, in order to teach with VIP Kid, you need to be a US citizen or Canadian citizen, which means you have to be, and it doesn't have to be you living in US or in Canada. You can be living anywhere around the world, but you have to have a US citizenship and or a Canadian citizenship. Those are the only two. I don't think they have opened it yet to other countries, I mean citizenships, but I think just US and Canada for now. So if you have those two, that's #1 requirement for you to apply. So if you do not have that, don't even bother applying because they're not going to accept you. Number 2 requirement for you to apply with VIP Kid is you need to have a bachelor's degree. A bachelor's degree in any field. It doesn't have to be education only. Mine is in early childhood. And it's a big plus if it's in education or anything around it, but it doesn't have to be. First, you had US citizenship that you have to have, or Canadian. And number 2, you have to have a bachelor's degree in any field. And number 3, you need to have at least 1 year experience with kids. It could be your own child, you could be babysitting, it could be some type of community work that you've done. You could be anything that tutoring, anything that you've done with kids. And the other 2, and then the other 2 is you need a laptop and you need good internet because you're going to use both, okay? And I will show you my laptop. This is my laptop. This is where I was filming, right here. So I do is open it and start teaching. So you need to have good internet because if you don't, your class is interrupted. It will affect your class, your performance. In order to apply, we had you have to be US citizen or Canadian. You need to have a bachelor's degree, 1 year experience with kids. They're going to do a background check on you, and it's normal with any job. I think that any job that requires working with kids, that is a normal routine. And I mentioned the laptop and the internet, but that's just part of the classroom teaching routine, which I'm going to go into depth and more details later on in the video. But as far as applying, as far as applying to work with them to see if you're eligible, those are the only requirements. And then they will send you an email. They will send you an email letting you know whether you got accepted, whether your application got accepted or not. And so once, let's say you got accepted, your application went through, they will send you an email letting you know that you need to have these documents ready. One is a copy of your bachelor's degree. And if you have a teaching certificate or any other certification that has to do with teaching, send a copy in. It's really, really good, okay? And it will help you a lot. You need to send in a copy of your driver's license, ID, and that's it. Those are the only things they're gonna ask you to send as far as in that stage of your application or your hiring process. Because for me, it took about 3 weeks, simply because from the time I applied to the time I got hired, it almost took about 3 weeks. It's just because I took forever to get my paperwork ready, and I failed my demo, which we're going to talk about that toward the end, 3 times, and then passed it on the 4th time. It's simply because I was so nervous. I didn't really do so much research, but now I'm making this video for all of you who are going to try and apply and want to work from home and are eligible. You don't have to go through all the hassle and the headache and researching YouTube and internet for more help. I am putting it all together, and I hope this video helps you and encourages you to apply and do something for yourself. And if you have questions, I will be available. You can message me. I will also leave my my link and my code. You will be asked when you go through the website to go through a teacher's link and use a teacher's code. You don't have to. I would appreciate it if you do. I'm gonna leave it all in the linked below. All you have to do is click on the link. Well, it will take you to the application process, and it will ask you who helped you, or if you have a teacher's code, feel free to use mine. I would appreciate it if you do. Now you're going to have an interview or a demo. An interview is you choose the interview. You can have the interview done in 2 options or 2 ways. There's the live interview, and there's you sending a video introducing, tell yourself and your experience, talking about yourself a little bit. I think it's about 10 minutes, not longer than that. It's just you introducing yourself, like I said, talking about your experience, your degrees, your experience with kids, what you can do. Make it a little exciting, and Don't be shy to express yourself, your face, and smile. The key is to always smile when you're in front of the camera or when you send a demo or an interview. However, if you are too nervous to do that or you think it's too much, you can request to do a live interview, which means you will have a coach from their side, vipkid, come live. They will send you a link where you're gonna go. They will email that to you, and you click on the link. They will send you a date and time. You make sure that you're ready and be presentable. Don't show up looking like you just rolled from bed, okay? Because you are working from home and no one can, you know, no one will come here and check on you, but it doesn't matter. You still have to, you're still working and you still have to look presentable, because this is a Chinese company and Chinese people are big on presentation as far as manners, as far as work ethics and looking presentable while you work. Having said that, I do look presentable, somewhat presentable on my front here, but there's times where I just, on my bottoms, I have pajamas because I'm home. You know, no one is gonna see what I'm wearing on as far as my bottoms, but I do wear a shirt like this pretty much every day, or I wear something else, and it doesn't matter really. Just look presentable. Back to the interview, the demo, so I don't go all over. Look presentable, put a little makeup, do your hair, put lipstick. They're big on lipstick simply because they're gonna be, when you teach with the kids, there's my lipstick. I always keep it here. I never start class without putting lipstick. I don't put makeup every day. Who has time to put makeup at 5 in the morning? I don't, okay? But before I start my class, I put lipstick simply because when the kids are looking at you, they're looking at your mouth and the pronunciation. If you choose to do a live video, make sure you are a live interview. Make sure you're calm, you're ready, you have something prepared. I think make sure you have headphones because you want to make sure they hear you correctly. I have these are Apple headphones. You can, however, buy the big ones, whatever you have at home, but it's good to have headphones. This way the teacher, you could hear the students also when you're doing the interview. They can hear you clearly. Anyway, you passed the interview, you passed that. For me, I didn't do it live. I don't recommend doing live. Simply because I think for me it's just like I got nervous. I didn't want the nerves to take over me and then I'll freeze. Now I look all normal talking because I do YouTube too, so I am pretty because I don't have anyone here, it's just me and the camera. But if you feel comfortable doing a live interview, go ahead. I suggest not doing it live interview, but however, don't listen to me, listen to your gut, okay? Or you can just do a video like this, record yourself, and then you can edit it and make it to look the way you want it to look, you know? You don't have to even look at this video that I'm preparing. You can look on YouTube. There's so many teachers that have posted similar videos to this, and you look and follow what you think will work for you. So I'm making this because I've had so many moms ask me, and sometimes it's hard to just sit here because I just don't have time, sit on my messenger and write a whole list of what's required, what I need to do. So this video is going to be for all moms. It's easy. I'm gonna get it out there and hopefully someone will benefit from it. You can look up on YouTube. I will also link below a video on how to prepare for your demo. Actually, when I send in my demo, my interview video, my demo, when I prepared my feelings video, my demo was accepted right away. So that's why I suggest that you do a demo. I did practice for a long time to do the video. Now when I look back, I'm like, it wasn't such a big deal. Let's just say you passed your interview, you're hired. Now they will give you a window of time for you to prepare to teach, okay, to teach a class, which is also called a mock class. You will be teaching with a live instructor who is going to pretend like he or she is a child or a student. Typically students are from ages 5 to 14. That's what I have at least. And so you are going to get on your computer. They will send you the material to look it through. I think there is Mock 1, Mock 2, or Mock A, Mock B that you prepare. I will also link below videos on how to prepare for those 2 videos. It's just a lesson that you have to prepare and pretend like you're teaching it to a child, but in fact it's an instructor, and they're going to test you. They're going to see how you teach. They're going to see how you interact with the child. They're going to see if you're capable to teach, basically. And if you fail, don't worry, because they have unlimited tries. I failed 3 times simply because there was every time I had a different instructor, they would fail me for 1 point. And I think it's crazy, but at the same time, I was so nervous that I forgot to smile. I did have in my head that, okay, let's pretend that this is a child that I'm looking through, but at the same time, I just could not. I was just frozen. My nerves got a hold of me, and so that's why I failed. But the 4th time, I got a different instructor, and don't let that, don't let that discourage you. But pretend that it's your child in front of you, and if you have a child, practice teaching in front of them. This way, when you actually go live with an instructor to teach your first mock class or your teaching class, the nerves are not going to get a hold of you. So, but however, prepare, get ready, because you never know. Okay, so all you're doing is preparing a lesson. I forget what mine was. I don't know, but I'm gonna link them below that you can click. And if I don't link them below, you can feel free to message me, because if you use my link and my code, then I become your instructor. I become your coach, and I will help you. I will help you get hired throughout the. I will help you throughout the entire hiring process, all the way till teaching. So you feel free to message me, to email me any questions you have. I have helped lots of other teachers who passed your application. You send in your demo, your interview video, telling them about yourself, who you are, what you do, your experience with kids. That's 2. Number 3, now they give you a period. Usually it's like a week or 2. They will tell you, on this day at this time, you better be prepared to teach your first class. And it's not in front of kids, it's in front of an instructor who will pretend to be like a child. Now when the teaching class time comes, the instructor will act like a child, because remember, the kids that you're teaching are from ages 5 to 14, and there's kids that, although we know that lots of Chinese kids are well behaved, well mannered, in the end, kids are kids. They will be bored. They will not want to be there in class. I have kids that I've taught for 20 some classes, and they still do this to me all the time. It's like they act up, and I'm like sitting there, I'm like, why are you paying for this? But at the same time, you have to do your job, and you have to show, you have to compose yourself, you have to smile, you have to encourage that child to respond back to you. So the instructor will act like a child to see how you would handle that situation. So be prepared for that as well, and be prepared for interruptions, be prepared for the instructor to give you feedback, negative, positive, constructive criticism. They will always send you an email where you will go and look at where they want you to improve if you did not pass the mock class or the teaching class. This way you look at the feedback and you see what you need to improve and get better. That's what helped me, and that's how I passed. So once you pass, they will send you all that. They will immediately send you how much you're gonna get paid. You get paid per 25 minutes, which 25. It's not like you're getting paid per hour. You're getting paid per 25 minutes or per class. A class is 25 minutes. So I think the base pay is $8 per 25 minutes. So if you look into it, you starting at $16 an hour. So I think that's pretty good, okay, for start. I will have a separate video on how I prepare, because this is way too long, this video, of how I prepare my class, how I teach. I can't let you in the teaching portal unless you're hired. Then they will send you a link where you use your username, or your email and your password. You get into the teaching portal and you see your classes, your bookings, and I will also take you through, once you're hired, you go through my link. I can actually see, if you use my link and my code, I can actually see if you got hired. I get an email right away. I can see if you used my link, my code, and I can actually see what step of hiring process you are, whether you're on the interview step or the teaching, if you passed. I can see all of that. This is it for the hiring process. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video and you give it a like and subscribe and join this channel and this family if you haven't already. And let me know if you are using my link. Comment down below if you're going to give it a try and start making money from home. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.